Hello, here we are going to discuss the idea of externalities in the arena of public economics. So, when we talk about the idea of externalities, what we mean here is we will be discussing, first of all, the meaning of externality. Then, we will be looking on to the types of externality. Now, we will consider the effects of externality, and also we will see the role of certain bodies to deal with externality. So let's deal with the system. So in the very beginning, we could find that externality will be acting as a cause of failure of market. So this is something that helps us to say that externality is a very important cause of market failure. So why does the market fails? The market fails because the market becomes inefficient. So the inefficient market mechanism will be leading to failure of the market. So this inefficient scenario in the market or ineffectiveness in the market mostly gets reflected in the pricing behavior that is being happening in market. So we deal with private goods. When we deal with private goods, we can get these private goods for a price. So you will not be getting private goods without a price, right? So this price element is very important as far as the market is concerned. So we have already seen that during equilibrium scenario, the demand is equal to supply, and at this position or at this point, we could go for something called the equilibrium price. So all these things we have discussed in our earlier sessions. Now, what we are having here is that this attainment of this price that we could have in the market in the presence of a market failure situation would not reflect all the information. So, the price in an in a particular scenario of market failure would become inefficient because it neglects certain information. So what happens is that when you go to market to purchase a commodity, you look on to various aspects of that commodity. You look on to the quality of the commodity, you look on to the quantity of the commodity, you look on to the likes that you have for the commodity, you look on to the uses of the commodity, and there have been several reasons which will be driving you to purchase this commodity, right? But unfortunately, what happens is that when it comes to the quality of the good, in certain times, quality might not be revealed properly to the purchaser or the buyer. So, since the buyer is not able to understand the actual kind of quality of the commodity, the kind of price that he agrees to pay for the good might not be reflecting the true worth of the commodity. So that is again a situation of market failure. So what we are considering in this session is the role of externality and how externality would be leading to market failure. Coming to externality, as what has been understood from the name called externality, we are talking about some effects which are external to the system. External to the system here just means, so you just consider a system or a mechanism, and in this system there will be several interactions going on. But what will happen when there is some external influence happens? So external influence here means influence from outside the system. Okay. So in this scenario, let me give you a very simple example so that you will be able to understand the context as well as meaning of this external effect. So just assume that we do have certain economic entities in the market. So we do have producers, then we do have consumers, isn't it? So all these are economic entities who engage in various types of activities in the market. Now let's take the case of a single producer or a single consumer, either a producer or consumer. For the sake of simplicity, I'm taking the case of a single producer. So what this person does here is that he will be engaging in production. Okay, so the producer, since he is a producer, he has his role to engage in production. So what is this person doing? This person is going for an activity, right? So the activity of producer is production. So this person is engaging in some activity, that is production. So what is this production leading to? The production will be leading to certain effects on economy. Certain effects on economy. So what could be the effect? Some effects could be positive, whereas some effects could be negative. So there can be certain positive effects, certain negative effects as well. So what could be the positive effects? Positive effects is people get goods. People get goods. And what could be the negative effect? Negative effect involves a certain scenario of pollution.